You're listening to DraftKings Network.
Feeling good about your fantasy draft picks, but not sure what to eat? Make it easy on yourself. Order in on DoorDash. Now you can root for your squad while your food and drinks are on the way. Yes, that means burgers, chips, dips, soda, pizza, wings, and so much more, delivered straight to your door.
This is not an ad. I keep on having to say this. This is an excerpt from today's episode of Pablo Torre Finds Out, which you can only get on the Pablo Torre Finds Out feed. We have our own feed. I don't want to beg, but come on, we're over there. Stuff is happening. What you're going to get here, though, is me and Mina and Dan. I think you like Mina. You like, well, I don't know if you like Dan anymore, but he's there. But yes, this is Share and Tell. Please enjoy this sample. I want to say thank you to both of you guys. It's the holiday season. Mina has a child. Dan, I feel like one of his kids now working at Meadowlark Media. And I thought that I would usher in the first topic of today's show by giving both of you this special gift.
Hi, Dan and Mina. So Pablo tells me congratulations are in order. Mina, congrats on the newborn son. I love babies and I hope that you guys cherish this little new one and, babies. Just have a blast and be great parents. And whoa, Dan, congrats on founding Meadowlark Media, which means that this expensive ass cameo is work expense. Well, I guess you all achieved your dream, so go Seahawks.
What a finish. I saw that on John Oliver. I hadn't seen the story before that he was holding a baby and someone asked him, "Is that your baby?" And the response was the most sinister of responses, which is, "Not yet. It's not my baby." That man is such a threat to democracy as a general symbol that they will soon be stealing our babies while we're laughing at, "Isn't it cute what a liar he is? Let's give him some more money."
That's right.
Is it easier to laugh at him now that he's not in Congress, though, and that he's not actually like a present threat to or is it, is there a word like there's sports washing, eco washing? There should be like a
cameo washing.
Cameo washing him when we laugh at him and say, dance, monkey, dance, which is basically what cameo is.
But it is, Pablo, it's offensive. This man has a broken cameo. He's one of the most popular ever because everybody wants to treat him as a joke, but he's ultimately cashed in on all the lies.
You paid him $400 for that. This is exactly the story that I wanted to talk about, is how I'm supposed to feel about how much I love the fact that, yes, we paid George Santos $400.
We don't love that fact. One of us loves that fact. One other of us does not love that fact. So, I don't want to be funding that man. And I don't want to be funding him at that price. Get us a discount at least. Make the price a joke. Make that the funny joke.
So I want to point out a couple of facts about the video that we just played. Number one, for people who are not watching on YouTube or the DraftKings Network, he's just sitting in his car, like knocking this out. I requested this. He got back to me in an hour. So he's just churning through this.
Not trying. Just, it's an ATM, of course, to buy more Botox. He is Stugotz at the highest elevated form of politics.
Well, the second fact is that in his Stugotzian way of just being very familiar, he assumed that you guys are the parents of Mina's child. I don't know if you clocked that. He was congratulating Dan on Mina's son. So there is just that fact of the matter,
Well, and Meadowlark, I mean, it can be argued that Meadowlark was birthed somewhere around the three of us. The idea of Meadowlark right here, the birth of it is somewhere around just empower creatives to be themselves and they'll figure it out. And he's better than all of us at Cameo. None of us will make as much money as he does at Cameo.
What I'm about to say is probably going to make this mood in this Zoom profoundly uncomfortable, but just seeing Pablo in between me and Dan, I do feel like if we had a son, it might look like Pablo.
Yeah,
like if you did one of those face mash apps.
Now it's really uncomfortable. Yes, she's absolutely right about that. In fact, you need to do that face mash app so that people can see it will be Pablo. That you would be. Yes, it's uncomfortable, but she's not wrong.
It's just my face. You're saying we got to get this special software. It's just my face.
No, it's not just your. No, it's not just your
I'm
face.
I'm going to not make eye contact to dissuade our editors from making this image.
Pablo, hers is her face. This is why it's not just your face. Hers is thin and radiant. Mine is red and bloated. When you combine them, we get your very full face.
It's full.
I'm also Asian.
Self-consciously full.
Dan is Latino. There's a little that is what
Torre.
Pablo is like.
Pablo Torre is a Spanish name. It's a Spanish name.
3 very ethnically confusing people hanging out together, wondering what we all look like if we crossbred. Is a nightmare of the party that George Santos does represent, incidentally.
Bring it back.
And I do want to bring it back to George Santos, which is somehow more comfortable than the previous conversation we were just having for me personally, because I was thinking, Mina, to your point, like he makes me laugh. But is it okay? And he's a congressman from New York State. And so I believe there are real people whose lives were made worse materially by the fact that he was the most flagrant liar in the history of American politics by certain standards. And yet his salary as a congressman, which is generously speaking, let's say 6 figures, he's made more than 6 figures in 3 days just doing this. And so what I'm left with is the idea of I would 100 million% watch a George Santos reality show. I would do that. I challenge you to say that you wouldn't. I will also point out that the reason I would watch it is because he used our American political system in a way that totally degrades it, but is legitimately something that makes me laugh out loud. And he's Trumpian in that way, where I'm just like tipping my cap and also consuming the content and also on some level aspirationally mourning democracy, but mostly enjoying it for now.
I mean, there are aspects of this that feel novel, and then there are aspects of this that are very much not new. In fact, we had a vice president candidate who parlayed her run into a reality show. Sarah Palin, like that happened. Like, so like the idea of, that politicians are entering this space and maybe I'm not talking about her intentions, but like what happens next is fame, it's lurid, it's reality TV, whatever. That's not new. The direct to consumer nature of Santos, what he's doing, that is new. This is something we talked about actually when we talked about OnlyFans. There's some like kind of parallels here, which is, will people pay for this? Do they want this? That feels new. And then, of course, he is extreme. I mean, he literally is, I think, the first person expelled from Congress in quite some time. The nature of what he's doing feels very new in the sense of like he is a specific type of celebrity that has overtaken the American entertainment sector. So naturally, one of those celebrities would make it to the highest, halls of the land or whatever, which is that he is famous for wanting to be famous, basically.
Yes.
Can you guys help me with part of this? Because I don't want to be a scold. Nobody wants this. It's much easier to laugh than the fear for the fall of democracy. But when Mina says those things are not new, she's absolutely right. And obviously, capitalism is not new. But what feels new to me that he's an avatar for is just keep leaning into the shameless. You can topple the rules. You can topple the integrity of the offices. You can topple and gerrymander district lines. You can accrue real power if your superpower is just, I can absorb any form of shameless and then monetize it. Like, I'd prefer to laugh at that. It's more comfortable to just be like, isn't this funny? But like symbolically, it's not funny given where the country is, given where the world is.
Well, also textually, it's not funny on the level of I'm looking at the justice.gov website and reminding myself, so what did George Santos do, allegedly? And it's like, he was charged with conspiracy, wire fraud, false statements, falsification of records, aggravated identity theft, and credit card fraud. And I'm like, okay, that's bad. Counterpoint, there is this video of him, proto cameo sort of style, where he roots on the Mets.
Hey guys, today's opening day. As a good old Mets fan, I know you guys aren't going to be playing until April 6th back home, but in good old fashion, Let's go, Mets!
He's not entirely in on why he's funny, right? And so it's this line of he is a clown and he's also beclowning us. But mostly, the entertainment value to me is he doesn't totally get why I'm laughing. And the more that he is going to become self-aware, the less funny it is. But for the time being, I'm like thirsty, like Avatar, for the utter desperation for for attention in the attention economy. It's farcical and funny to me. And I'm trying to train myself to realize it probably has peaked. Like this might be, probably is like sell stock in George Santos right now is kind of where I'm leaning at this point, Mina.
Yeah, it feels temporary in a way. And that's, I think, part of the reason why I'm maybe not as horrified or nervous about him. But again, you know, you can point to other political figures who I probably would have said the same thing about, and I was wrong. You know, this feels like a 15 minutes situation for the reason you said, too, I think, because of the like very specific nature of why it's so funny. It feels like it can't last.
But Mina, if I may, and Pablo debuted his show with this particular shame of mine. I was laughing at all of these same things about Trump and also pointing out, and this one's important to me, also pointing out, hey, he's not actually funny. He's only unintentionally funny. Like, he's not a comedian, but his base thinks he's funny. And so what it then becomes is me, liberal elite, laughing at Trump as he takes the country from me because I'm laughing at him and how dumb he is because he's not actually clever enough to be funny. But his constituency is like, nah, he makes you look like a fool. He's funnier than you are. He is funny.
Wait, Mina is grinning devilishly, and I don't know why.
Some of his nicknames are kind of funny. I don't aggregate
now,
this.
Now we release the texts. The texts.
Fair enough.
Go look at there's a giant Wikipedia page for just the nicknames, and there's a lot of deep cuts and ones that haven't made it to the mainstream.
Sloppy Steve for Steve Bannon is objectively pretty accurate. Or, oh God.
There's some real bangers on
No,
that.
you can find, there are some good ones.
I'm not sure if I want to co-sign the ones I find most hilarious. Meatball Ron was good.
Yes, it was better, but he tried out De Sanctimonious first, and it fell flat, and then he
stuck with it.
Yeah, Meatball Ron is funny.
Yep. I want to point out though, Wacky Omarosa. I'm like, yeah, I can't really dispute that. I should point out that
spent a lot of time on that one, did he? Wacky Omarosa, did he workshop that around the White House for a little while?
None of them are like particularly clever. Also, like.
But no, he connects there, guys. I'm serious about this part of it. You understand why the liberal elites who aren't running around with guns are laughing at this stuff while it's connecting with others, and those others are feeling laughed at by not just people who are making them feel intellectually inferior, but also look like us. And they've got a leader who's telling them these people are dangerous. These people who are laughing at you, they're the rapists. They're the people from other countries who want to take your country. And to them, it's not a joke. To them, it's not like, to them, it's like, no, let me go grab my gun. This guy's got my back.
Danny Downer. You feel like that would be Dan's.
That's
Danny
a good
Downer.
one. That's
Danny
a good
Downer.
one.
Yeah.
Danny Darkness. Yes.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of one for Mina. Hold on, Dan. Let's workshop this. We can't let her win this game. Be 1-0.
She always wins, though.
I know.
What would we go?
Alliterative.
Would we go? Something maladjusted Mina, so that we could like just maladjusted Mina. That's if I was trying to harm her. If I was trying to cut her with something.
Messy Mina describes what her texts are actually like, but not actually like her as an organized person. Hold on.
That's how you're going to segue to the private life discussion.
Wait. Oh,
Mina the meanie.
Mina.
Oh my God, Pablo, do you know how much money we would make if we got on Cameo Mina's real feelings about some people in the industry?
I believe that if Mina were to do that, she could at least charge as much as Brian Cox.
Hi, I'm Brian Cox. I play Logan Roy, and if you want me, I will tell you to f*** off in a very uncertain manner.
So Brian Cox, $689, Dan. That's the market rate for one of the great stage actors, thespians of all time.
You know who's not winning is Cameo, by the way, because there's a great, Sapna Manashwari, a friend of mine, did a great article for the Times about the rise and fall. During the pandemic, they were valued at like $1 billion and had 400 employees. Now they had to fire like the vast majority of their staff. And it's because they couldn't get A-listers to do it.
Oh, hold on. Counterpoint. I believe that disgraced former NBA referee Tim Donaghy is an A-lister.
Hey, Noah. What's happening? Former NBA basketball referee Tim Donaghy here to wish you congratulations for getting that chode certificate. I know it's been a big thing for you to do, and you got it done, my friend. So congratulations. And I know Vegas bumped up the odds of you getting laid up to plus 4,000. All the best, and hopefully your buddy Alex will help you get that taken care of.
Oh my God. That was a chode certificate.
Chode, I got it. Yes, the chode certificate.
Yes,
we got that. I hope Metalark wasn't paying for any of the other videos that you showed there.
Tim Donaghy, luckily, is only $40. So, you know,
$40.
a real bargain.
That's why you don't want to be on Cameo, because you're basically you're revealing how popular you are. Yeah.
Your own value is horrifying to me.
Mina, the meanie, would kill at Cameo. Like if she was just offering not just her reading what you want, but her giving you embargoed secret thoughts on how she really feels about certain people. That would kill.
You're making me sound like such a hater. I am not that much of a hater.
No, I didn't say that.
That was mendacious, Mina. Just that.
Mendacious Mina. Miserable Mina is what Trump would call me if we were debating.
Yes, that's
There's
right.
miserable Mina again. Like I would be like, well, actually, here's a bunch of facts. Ladies and gentlemen, miserable Mina, am I right? And the crowd would go wild, and you would see me melt like just into a puddle on stage.
So this is Pablo, just me and you again, by the way. Did you like that? Do you want more? If so, you know where to get it. Pablo Torre Finds Out has a podcast feed, a YouTube channel, all of that. Apparently, the big league called us the best sports podcast of 2023. Yeah, I'm not gonna challenge that. So for the rest of today's episode, and there is more. There's Stugotz tease. He's in there too. Go to our channel wherever you get the shit that you say you like.